My first involvement with MME is at the early part of 2002 when I was invited by the late Father Macalipay to join their yearly weekend retreat. And I'm not expecting anything because I didn't know what to expect and I don't know what it is. But because it's Father Macalipay, so I said yes. And as they say, the rest is history.
It was an invitation that we probably refused the first time, but 1, 2, or 3 times, and I know that the person who invited us were just like very respectable, so we decided, why not?
Together with Sister Malene.
Oh yeah,
We met in a restaurant and then we chat about it and they invited us.
We started our involvement in MME when we were still back home. Back home, we're already a member of what they call ME, Marriage Enrichment. Right? So when we came here, we were approached by our friend if we could join the MME, which is Movement for Marriage Enrichment. So we asked them, what is this? They explained it to us. Oh, it's the same as the concept as we have back home. And then with no hesitation, we said yes.
Well, my husband and I joined MME a long time ago, I think in 1997, and we had a wonderful weekend at that time, and we were elected as class coordinator, and then eventually we became so active in the movement that we also became an overall coordinator, and I continue to do it up to now, although I lost my husband a couple of years ago, but I'm still active with the MME.
When we started that in 1992, when my daughter came home crying, then I asked her why, and she said her best friend, her parents are separating. At that time, it is very prevalent among Filipino couples who came here to Canada, and then they have problems and start separation. I have been touched by that moment, and then I have some idea how to prevent separation of parents. And I approached one of the priests and I said I have this idea how to deepen the understanding of marriage between couples. And then from there I developed a program based on MME Philippines, based on Corsus movement, and based on charismatic movement.
I wouldn't say by accident. I almost feel like it was even forced, like we were kind of like obligated to attend the first session. We were part of the first class, and it was only because my brother is one of the first organizers of the movement. A couple then we just got one baby, and like I said, nothing really is by accident, so everything is a calling from God. It's been a wild ride, but it's been such a worthwhile experience so far.
You started with mostly strangers in your class. We belong to class 19, by the way, and you end up with you found a second family, brothers and sisters. We've been considered as one big happy family.
You see love coming back to some couples who might have lost them at times, and then you would see how invigorating and how special they look. So it doesn't matter whether you are educated, non-educated, whether you're wealthy, whether you're poor, everybody is on an equal level. That's the beautiful thing about MME.
Because the object of the group is to enrich your marriage. And so we learn a lot of different things to enrich it. Some things that we don't know, or we just try to ignore it. But it was there.
Yeah, there's love, always there's love in the air, and friendship.
All the MME weekend, we call it MME weekend, is all memorable. At the end of the weekend, we have the Sunday wedding ceremony. And you can see the glow of love between the couples. Those couples become like very close friends. The priest with us at the time is very touched by what's happening. Actually, he said, I think the Holy Spirit is working between the couples.
MME, as they say, is not here to solve any marital problems, but to enrich or to help your daily married life. Most of the time, there's a moment that you think about what's MME done for you.
Being part of the MME is both, to me, it's both a privilege and a commitment. It's a privilege because we are so honored to have been part of this wonderful group. I would say, mga komikero pa yan, komikera. In times of problems, we share each other's issues. Once we recruit them and they're there, they feel the difference. And all of them would be like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you that you invited us to be part of this group. So to me, it's a commitment. It's a never-dying commitment. It's a responsibility. It's a big responsibility.
Movement for marriage enrichment for us is literally what it says. An attempt to enrich the marriage and to just make sure that we never forget that God is in the center of this marriage. And through that blessing, that we could be instruments in spreading that.
MME for me is an apostolate. It's probably God-given to me for the objective of enriching the marriages of Filipino couples. Actually, it's like invigorating or actually remembering the courtship days they have, where they really found love between each other. But through the course of the marriages, problems, then it's waning down. But through MME, I have seen a glorious result of the couples. And I'm so blessed to be part of this.
My plan and my hope, and I pray every day that one of this day we can have a grand reunion. I know some of our members already left us here, but still in my big plan is to have a grand reunion that I can see most of the member of the MME, and that will be, one of this day it will happen, and we will make it happen.
Yeah, we would like to encourage, many people, couples,
Keep it going, yeah. Keep
to
it
join
going,
our
and
group
the
keep it
young
going.
ones, maybe
Yes.
encourage them to join.
Let's dream big. We know for now we're small, but anything big starts from being small. So if we dream big, we hope we do something to reach this goal. Especially I'm thinking about putting more spirituality, instilling more spirituality into these couples. And then maybe they can spread the words of God and the teachings of God to how to go about being married. Spread the words of God. And I would think spirituality, putting more spirituality into that, incorporating that into MME is really very beneficial, I would say.
The message of MME is marriage is a sacrament, and we would wish that young couples especially who are getting into marriage will understand what true marriage is all about. We can only hope through the younger couples, recent graduates, will continue. Will love it as much as we did, or we do, I should say. And again, never losing focus on God's calling.
I'm already 80 years old right now. I spent 30 years of my life in this apostolate for a marriage couple. My years is getting there. So maybe 10 years from now, maybe I don't know how long I will live. I hope that they will continue this apostolate that we have started. And it's my hope to God that He will continually guide our couples who are still involved.